Hello everybody, this is Saberrex coming to you live with my 12th video review for the Beasts of the Mesozoic 1/6 Scale Raptors series action figures. And today we are going to be looking at the first of the accessory packs, the Wetlands Environment pack with Buitre Raptor Gonzalezorum. So here we are, there it is. And before we take a look at this accessory pack, let's take a quick look at the packaging for it. So here we have the accessory packs for the Beasts of the Mesozoic Wetlands Environment. So there you have that. And as you can see, the illustration is done by Jonathan Quo. Very nicely done. And there's nothing on the back of these other than showing the names of the people who did the artwork and created the toys themselves. David Silva and Jonathan Quo, respectively, as well as Creative Beast Studio. So I'm not going to flip this around to the back, but as you can see, beautifully done. I apologize if I can't get this in frame. It is a much bigger box than the packaging for the Beasts of the Mesozoic Raptors action figure packaging. Those were just 6-inch boxes. This is almost a full 12 inches. So there you have that. And moving on, let's go straight into the accessory packs themselves. So here we are. So here we have the Wetlands accessory pack with Buitre Raptor Gonzalezorum and guest starring for entertainment purposes. We also have a Raptor as well. So let's move into these themselves. Let's take a look at Buitre Raptor Gonzalezorum first. So here we have Buitre Raptor, which is based on a duck in regards to coloration. This is actually one of the smaller dromaeosaurs, and it is South American, so it is slightly inaccurate to place it alongside these other Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, because they did not interact in that regard, but it's still a very, very beautiful figure nevertheless. And I got to see the skeleton of Buitre Raptor at the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago, so I know for a fact that this is to scale with the Beasts of the Mesozoic 12-inch Raptors figures that are 1/6 scale. So yeah, this is to scale with them, which I must say is spectacularly done. Now, he does not have the same articulation that the big raptors have. His articulation is very limited. His wings can move up and down at the shoulders. There's no other articulation there. His legs can move at the hip. As you can see here, both legs can move. I'm not going to move his left leg because it is supported and clipped into the stand via a ball peg, specifically like this, if you can see that. Now, when you attach these ball pegs into the stands themselves, it is best to use very small pliers, like very fine needle nose pliers, to insert them in and take them out, I should say, or use 2 fingers to insert them in and then just use needle nose pliers to take them out, because these pieces, because the peg is very, very thin, you risk breaking it if you try to pull it out with your fingers, or just kind of move it other ways, like just with one finger. So definitely use needle nose pliers for that. And that is something you should all take to heart with that. I don't want anyone breaking their accessory packs as a result of that, or getting broken peg joints stuck inside the figure so that you can't use them. But yeah, the tail, I should also mention the tail on Buitre Raptor also moves as well. Very, very nicely done. He does have a wire in the tail as well. His jaws do move, and so does his neck at the base, like this. I've also noticed that Buitre Raptor, in this figure, he does have some balance issues because he tends to like to lean and then fall over. So I lean him up on this stand with one wing because he tends to kind of lean over a little bit. So as I said, I use his right wing to help support his weight, and it keeps him from falling over. So if you have that problem, definitely do what I did and use his wing to support his weight, because it is rigid, unlike the soft plastic wings of the larger beasts of the Mesozoic. So there you have that. And yeah, let's move on to the accessory packs itself. You do get a set of eggs with the beast of the Mesozoic Wetlands Accessory Pack, and this is universal to all accessory packs. Each nest of eggs, there are 4 in total. They're all different colors, depending on what pack you get. The pack for the Wetlands has these nice little blue eggs, and this is actually true to some dinosaur fossil finds. They have discovered that certain dinosaurs had blue eggs for camouflage. So, fun fact, some dinosaurs did actually have eggs the color of those of emus and robins and other birds. So, very nicely done in that regard. That's very true to accuracy. And of course, this middle egg, which is freestanding on its own, comes with a little tiny dinosaur. And of course, you can also put the nestlings from the nestlings accessory pack in with these as well, because there are pegs right in here. I'm going to zoom in on that so you can see that. But there are pegs right in there that you can attach these into, and there are pegs for the flora. Well, not just the flora, but also the fauna themselves to attach into. Like, you can attach the buitre raptor there instead to that peg as well. And as you can see with Atrociraptor, yeah, there's a nice little attachment here for the main stand for the beast of the Mesozoic to clip in here. And it's like a puzzle piece. Yeah, it's like a little puzzle piece. You can attach up to 2 raptors on either side, which I am demonstrating with Atrociraptor. And additionally, if you look at Atrociraptor's foot, you will see this piece of clear, translucent plastic. Now that is actually a water splash, which you can add in it comes with the accessory pack itself, but you can, as you can see, you can add that in to make it look like he's running through wet, marshy ground. And with Atrociraptor, this really works nicely, because it's about the same color as the wetlands ground itself. And there's also a footprint here in soft mud, which really adds to the details. And also right here as well, there's another footprint where my finger is, and I hope you can see that. It's right next to the splash. But they also have these beautiful ferns. Behind the ferns, you also have a broken tree stump, which I shall show you by doing this. As you can see, there's a nice broken tree stump right there. And we also, of course, have a batch of horsetail ferns, or I should just say horsetails themselves, that are really nice. Those actually took me a little bit of finagling to get in. I had to kind of loosely put the ball peg they attach to into the ferns themselves, and then plug it in, because otherwise they wouldn't have stayed. And this fern attachment, there's an attachment in here for the ferns specifically, because that's where they're actually supposed to go. But yeah, it really works. Really works well. It really looks like a real environment. So yeah, that's very nice in regards to that. I love how that looks. And of course the water. The water is absolutely my favorite part of this whole thing, because even though it's hard plastic, oh my gosh, the wet look, the ripples, the soaked roots extruding from the water. Wow, it's just beyond gorgeous. It's amazing what David Silva was able to do with this accessory pack, and I am really glad he made these. These came out right after all the stretch goals had been made with the Raptors, and this was actually the first of the accessory packs made. Yeah, so this is number 1 in that. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And as I said, I really love it. Now, in addition to the accessory packs themselves, you also get a few other pieces with them. You get this clear translucent stand, which is much smaller than that found for the Beasts of the Mesozoic main figures, and this is actually for leaning the smaller figures against. It also comes with this attachment piece here, which I hope you can see. But yeah, if you attach that in and just plug it in like that, like so, and of course this is really tight, you can actually lean the small Beasts of the Mesozoic accessory pack dinosaurs against these if you don't want to plug them into the small bases. But yeah, they look really, really good with that. Now, in addition to that, they also come with this huge clear posing rod. And this clear posing rod is really for more dynamic poses than what even the Beasts of the Mesozoic's raptor figures posing rod is capable of. This is for the dynamic leaping poses. You attach this piece to the underside of the pelvis for these dinosaurs, for the big figures, and then you can clip it onto either this main stand here, by way of this ball peg, and the socket in the main display, or you can attach it right into this base here for the main figure. There's no end to creativity for these figures at all. Like, you can do a lot with these accessory packs, plus the Raptors themselves, and it looks really, really good. I mean, I've been creating entire worlds with the 4 accessory packs that I received. There are only 4 for this toy line, but they are really, really good, and they look really, really great all together. And as I said, you can attach multiple Raptors to here, and I also found a way to attach them on the back by just kind of leaning them up against this, like around the back for a third one. And yeah, just amazing what you can do with these. And yeah, there's no end to it. I mean, I like, of course, putting the nest on as well, so that it looks like the Raptors are protecting their eggs, or like raiding a nest. But it's just so cool. The amount of what you can do is absolutely limitless. So I am very, very glad that these stretch goals in regards to the accessory packs were met, and I really hope we get more accessory packs for the Beasts of the Mesozoic in regards to the Ceratopsians as well. Maybe we will, maybe we won't when those come out, but here's to hoping. And yeah, I really love these. Now, in regards to price, I got all of these on CreativeBeast.com, and they are $50 each. Plus, I think about $3 shipping per accessory pack. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, it worked out very, very well for me. I loved putting these together, and the amount of stuff you can do with these is just unimaginable. You can have as much fun as you want with them. And yeah, there's just a lot that you can do. So these are definitely worth getting if you have the money for it. And if you do happen to get just one raptor and you want something to go with it, definitely get the accessory packs, like any one of your choice, wetlands, desert, mountain, or forest. But again, these are well worth getting. So this is Saberrex signing off, saying you're never too old to play with toys. Don't be afraid to unleash your inner child, and have a good day. Thank you.